Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today we're going to be continuing our tour of horror across America. So far we have stopped in Alabama, we've stopped in Alaska, and we have stopped in Arizona. So today we're going to be stopping in Arkansas. I've got about 6 books here that are set in the state of Arkansas, all horror. Actually, I've got one nonfiction book here, but it definitely fits in with Arkansas. All right, and horror. So that being said, let's go ahead and get underway. First up, I've got 2 books here by John Horner Jacobs. So the first one we're going to talk about is This Dark Earth, and this is again by John Horner Jacobs. The land is contaminated, electronics are defunct, the ravenous undead remain, and life has fallen into a nasty and brutish state of nature. Welcome to Bridge City, in what was once Arkansas, part medieval fortress, part western outpost, and the precarious last stand for civilization. A 10-year-old prodigy when the world ended, Gus is now a battle-hardened young man. He designed Bridge City to protect the living few from the shamblers eternally at the gates. Now he's being groomed by his physician mother, Lucy, and the gentle giant Knockout to become the next leader of men. But an army of slavers is on its way, and the war they'll wage for the city's resources could mean the end of mankind as we know it. Can Gus become humanity's savior? And if so, will it mean becoming a dictator, a martyr, or maybe something far worse than even the zombies that plague the land? And that is This Dark Earth, and that is by John Horner Jacobs. All right? Okay, next up. The next one we have by John Horner Jacobs, and I believe this is his debut novel, and this is called Southern Gods, all right? Recent World War II veteran Bull Ingram is working his muscle when a Memphis DJ hires him to find Ramblin' Jack Hastur. The mysterious blues man's dark driving music, broadcast at ever-shifting frequencies by a phantom radio station, is said to make living men insane and dead men rise. Disturbed and enraged by the bootleg recording the DJ plays for him, Ingram follows Hastur's trail into the strange, uncivilized backwoods of Arkansas, where he hears rumors the musician has sold his soul to the devil. But as Ingram closes in on Hastur and those who have crossed his path, he'll learn there are forces much more malevolent than the devil and reckonings more painful than hell. In a masterful debut of Lovecraftian horror and Southern Gothic menace, John Horner Jacobs reveals the fragility of free will, the dangerous power of sacrifice, and the insidious strength of blood. And that is Southern Gods by John Horner Jacobs. Okay? Alright, moving on. We have got The Bird Eater, and this is by Anya Alborn. 20 years ago, the mysterious death of his aunt left Aaron Holbrook orphaned and alone. He abandoned his rural Arkansas hometown, vowing never to return, until his 7-year-old son died in an accident, plunging Aaron into a nightmare of addiction and grief. Desperate to reclaim a piece of himself, he returns to the hills of his childhood, to Holbrook House, where he hopes to find peace among the memories of his youth. But solace doesn't come easy. Someone or something has other plans. Like Aaron, Holbrook House is but a shell of what it once was, a target for vandals and ghost hunters who have nicknamed it the Devil's Den. Aaron doesn't believe in the paranormal, at least not until a strange boy begins following him wherever he goes. Plagued by violent dreams and disturbing visions, Aaron begins to wonder if he's losing his mind. But a festering darkness lurks at the heart of Holbrook House, a darkness that grins from within the shadows, delighting in Aaron's sorrow, biding its time. And that is The Bird Eater by Anya Alborn. Okay. Alrighty, next we have got The Boatman's Daughter, and this is by Andy Davidson. Ever since her father was killed when she was just a child, Miranda Crabtree has kept her head down and her eyes up, ferrying contraband for a mad preacher and his declining band of followers to make ends meet and to protect an old witch and a secret child from harm. But dark forces are at work in the bayou, both human and supernatural, conspiring to disrupt the rhythms of Miranda's peculiar and precarious life. And when the preacher makes and when the preacher makes an unthinkable demand, it sets Miranda on a desperate, dangerous path, forcing her to consider what she is willing to sacrifice to keep her loved ones safe. And that is The Boatman's Daughter, and that is by Andy Davidson. Okay. All right. Next up we have from Ed Kurtz, and this is called The Rib from Which I Remake the World. That is a crazy title. That's a cool title, all right? In the shadow of World War II, the barren, dusty streets... let me start over. In the shadow of World War II, the barren, dusty streets of Litchfield, Arkansas are even quieter than usual, leaving hotel detective George Jojo Walker with too much time to struggle with his own personal demons. But everything changes when a traveling picture show comes to town. The film's purveyors check into the hotel where Jojo works and set up a special midnight screening at the local theater. The curtain rises on a surreal carnival of dark magic and waking nightmares, starring Jojo and the residents of Litchfield, as madness, murder, and mayhem threaten to engulf them all. And that is The Rib from Which I Remake the World, and that is by Ed Kurtz. And finally, we got a little non-fiction action here, and this is The Beast of Boggy Creek, and this is by Lyle Blackburn. Like I said, this fits very well with horror and with Arkansas because it is about the infamous Fouke monster of Arkansas. So, let's go here. For more than a century, reports of a strange beast known as the Fouke monster have circulated among the locals in southern Arkansas. Described as a large, hairy, man-like creature, it's said to haunt the vast Sulphur River bottoms as it travels a secluded waterway known as Boggy Creek. Over the years, the creature has been seen by numerous witnesses, including respected citizens, experienced hunters, famous musicians, and even a police officer. The encounters were often so shocking they served as inspiration for the classic horror film The Legend of Boggy Creek by Charles B. Pierce. Tales of the creature have long existed in scattered pieces across news clippings, memoirs, police reports, and movies, but it is only now that the complete history of the Fouke monster has been assembled. In one place, this book collects all the facts, theories, and amazing sighting reports and weaves them into a fascinating tale about this undeniable southern mystery, one that lives on, as frightening encounters with the beast of Boggy Creek are still being reported today. And that is our tour of Arkansas and Arkansas-based horror, Arkansas-set horror, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. Anyway, got 6 books here. Hope you guys find something that you can enjoy, you can latch your teeth into, get to reading, get all that. I'm rambling. I don't know why I'm rambling, but I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Anyway, this is going to post on Christmas Eve, so that means that right now, technically, it is Friday, Christmas Eve. I want to wish everybody a happy holidays, wish you a Merry Christmas, wish you all those things, all the good things in the world, okay? And until next time, you guys take care and stay scared. Bye-bye.